Good morning, students. We are going to start now second part of the chapter Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. In the previous video, we discussed at the last of that video Janapadas, and now we'll start with the topic Mahajanpadas. What were Mahajanpadas? Mahajanpadas, about 2500 years ago, some Janapadas became more important than others and were known as Mahajanpadas. Means these were the Janapadas, but these became more important in comparison of others. So these were known as Mahajanapadas. And I'm telling you, you should note down that the number of Mahajanapadas was 16. It means there were 16 Mahajanapadas. The Anguttara Nikaya of Sutta Pitaka and Mahavastu Buddhist literature and Bhagavati Sutta Jain literature mentions the list of the 16 Mahajanapadas, about which we will discuss with the help of this map. And the main feature of the Mahajanapadas was that most Mahajanapadas had a capital city, right? Earlier there were no capitals of Janapadas. Rarely it was found, but Mahajanapadas used to have their capital city. Many of these were fortified, means these were surrounded by big walls, clear? Big walls. And this means that huge walls of wood, brick and stone were built around them. So these were about Mahajanapadas. We will discuss about Mahajanapadas with the help of that map. But first we'll read something more about Mahajanapadas. These forts were probably built because people were afraid of attacks from other kings, and you know that in early period kings used to attack on others kingdoms. So to protect these kinds of from these kinds of attacks, they used to make these kinds of forts and needed protection. It is also likely that some rulers wanted to show how rich and powerful they were by building really large, tall and impressive walls around their cities. So this was the symbol of their status, the symbol of their power and richness. So they used to build these walls, high walls and forts. Also in this way, the land and the people living inside the fortified area could be controlled more easily. So it was also very important for regulation of their administration, and ruling those people became easier. Building such huge walls required a great deal of planning. Planning was required. So thousands, if not lakhs of bricks or stones had to be prepared. This in turn meant enormous labor provided, possibly by thousands of men, women and children, and resources had to be found for all of these. Clear? So these resources were collected by the kings through the taxes, about which we will discuss after a short while. The new Rajas now began maintaining armies, because armies required for their protection. Soldiers were paid regular salaries and maintained by the king throughout the year. Some payments were probably made using punch-marked coins. Punch-marked coins we'll see on page number 84. We will read in the chapter number 8. Clear? So now, how could they get money, or how could they get resources? Money means resources and the capital, in the form of taxes, as the rulers of Mahajanapadas were building huge forts, maintaining big armies. Two things we have studied before a short while, that they used to build big forts, tall and powerful walls, and maintaining big armies. They used to keep soldiers and they used to provide the salaries to the soldiers. So for these two purposes they required resources and capital. From where they used to get this capital? So instead of depending on occasional gifts brought by people, because people used to give the gifts to the king, right? But they did not want to depend on these gifts, as in the case of Raja of the Janapadas. They started collecting regular taxes, and now I'm telling you that what kind of taxes were collected. Listen very carefully. These are very important topic for you. Taxes. In what form taxes were taken? Taxes was imposed on the crops because most of the people, remember dear students, most of the people were involved in farming or agriculture. So most of the people were farmers. So the taxes was on crops. Usually the tax was fixed at 1/6, right, of what was produced, of total production. On the 1/6 part, it was paid as taxes. So this was known as bhaga. It is in Hindi bhag and or share. So this was the tax on crops. Second was tax on crafts persons also. They used to make different kinds of things. So they were crafts people, crafts persons, and these could have been in the form of labor, right? Because to make buildings, big walls and big buildings, the kings and administrators required laborers. So in the form of labor, the crafts people, crafts persons used to give the tax. Clear? For example, a weaver or a smith may have had to work for a day every month for the king. So this is just example. It was fixed at that time that for how many days labor is required, for how much labor is required. So it was decided by the kings. So two types of taxes. Third one, herders. The people used to keep the animals. Herders were also expected to pay taxes in the form of animals. They used to give the animals or animal produce like milk, skin, wool, etc. Next one is there were also taxes on goods that were bought and sold. Bought and sold. It means on trade. Tax was on trade. Next one, hunters and gatherers also had to provide forest produce to the Raja as taxes. Hunters and gatherers lived in the forest and and they used to collect the things and they used to provide to the Raja as taxes. So these produces also were very important. So this was about taxes. Now we'll discuss about some Mahajanpadas. As I told you that there were 16 Mahajanpadas, and in this map we will try to find out where these Mahajanpadas. Yes, let's start. See in the map. First, Gandhara between Kabul and Rawalpindi. In this area, this was Gandhara. So Gandhara was it was the first Mahajanpada, and Taxila was the capital. You have to remember and you should note down also. Gandhara was the first Mahajanpada and Taxila was the capital. Second one is Anga. Anga means it was Bhagalpur and Munger district of Bihar. Here you can found Anga. Clear? This is second, Anga. And Champa was the capital of Anga. You should note down Champa. Champa was the capital of Anga. Right? As I told you that there were 16 Mahajanpadas. 1, 2. Third one was Magadha. It was very powerful empire. Magadha. It was also means in the areas of Patna and Gaya district of Bihar. You can see in this map here. This was Magadha. This one. And the capital of Magadha was some places like Girivraj and Rajgriha, Bimbisara, the capital of Bimbisara, and Patliputra during Udain, and Vaishali during Shishunaga once, or Patliputra again during Ashoka dynasty or Ashoka once. After that, Kashi. Kashi now it is situated in Varanasi, UP. Kashi was the next you can say Magadha. After Magadha, Kashi number 4 in this area. This area near Varanasi. This was. It is not shown in the map, but I am telling you Kashi. After that, Vajji. Vajji was also in Bihar. You can see Vajji. And the capital of Kashi was Varanasi and capital of Vajji was Vaishali. You can see Vaishali was the capital of Vajji. After that, Malla. Malla was in area of Bundelkhand, right? River near in UP. Sorry, not in Bundelkhand, in UP. South of Vaishali district, UP. Malla. Here you can imagine the situation here. After that, Cheri. Cheri was in Bundelkhand area. and it was the capital of this Bundel Chedi was Suktimati or Sotivati. After that, Vatsa found in UP, in this area, Vatsa, Allahabad and Mirzapur district. Vatsa, Allahabad and Mirzapur, Vatsa. After that, Kosala, eastern UP, you can see Saraswati and Ayodhya, Saket. It was Kosala in this area, this one, Kosala, you can see it is written here, Kosala. It was another Mahajanapada. Kuru, Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, Delhi, Meerut region. Kuru, you can see in the map, this one, Kuru. Hastinapur, the capital was Hastinapur and Indraprastha. Panchala, Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, Rohilkhand. Panchala, next one, this was Panchala. After that, Matsya, Jaipur, Bharatpur, Arwal, and this one here, it is not shown here, but Matsya was in this area. And Sursena's Mathura region, in this region, near this one, right? Asaka or Asmaka, there were two names, near Paithan in Maharashtra, near Tarapur, in this area. And after that, Avanti, Malwa, you can see. Ujjain was the capital of Avanti. Kamboj, last one is Kamboj, Hazara district of Pakistan, Kamboj. Rajapur or Hataka was the capital. So dear students, these were the 16 Mahajanapadas. I am telling the names, you should listen carefully and note down. Gandhara, capital Taxila. Anga, capital Champa. Magadha, capital during different dynasties, different capitals were there. For example, Patliputra was the main capital. Vaishali also was there, and Rajagraha. Next one, Kashi, Varanasi. Vajji, capital Vaishali. Malla, capital Kushinagara and Pava in Bihar. Chedi, capital Sotivati, and Vatsa, capital Koshambi. Kosala, capital Saravatsi and Ayodhya, and Kuru, capital Hastinapur. Panchala, capital this one, Panchala, capital Achi Chatra or Kampilya. Matsya, capital Viratnagar, Bairat. Surasena, Mathura. Asaka, Potali or Podana. Avanti, Ujjain, and Kamboj, Rajapur or Hataka. So these were the 16 Mahajanapadas. You should note down and take a blank map and then fill that map with the help of this map. Clear? So this was the topic. In the next video, we will discuss about the next topic after taxes, changes in agriculture, right? So keep revising this chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.